Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video you're going to learn how to create a story map using the ArcGIS Online. So here I'm logged into my ArcGIS Online, and so here in this area where we have this like dots, the 9 dots here, we're going to click on it and scroll down until we find the story maps. So we click on it, so it's going to open the story maps builder. So now here we can see the stories that you already have, and we can see the ones that are in my organization. So now what we're going to do is click on add a new story, and here you can start from scratch or use sidecar or a guided map tour or explorer map tour. Now let's click on start from scratch because we want to start a new story map. So here we are. So now we need to indicate the title of our story. For example, we can say carbon emission. Yeah, that could be our title, and we can add a short introduction or a subtitle. Let's say mapping carbon emission. So here we have an option of adding a cover image or a video. So you just click on it and you can add an image. For example, we can use this image here to be our cover image. So that's how it looks like, and when you click on that icon there, you can manipulate the way you want it to appear. If you want it to, under properties, you can type your alternative text, and this is how you this is the image preview, and you can move the center of the image to the way you want it to display. So and then you just click on save. So under design, when you click on design, here you can change the way the cover looks like, if it is minimal or if it is side by side or full. So let's click on full. So that's how it looks like, and you can turn on the navigation button. So this is what happens when you do that, so it can direct you on where you're supposed to go. And under the themes here, we can change the theme of the story map. So let's try the obsidian one. This is how it looks like. So you just choose the theme that you're okay with, and here you can upload the logo. So if you have a logo that you would like to upload, just click on this and then you upload it. So when we're done with that, you move on with the story. So you just click on this button to add something else. So here we can add either text, a button, or a separator. So you add a separator so that you can be able to break your content into sections. For example, right now we want to create another new page, so we can add a separator to show the different pages. So that's this line here. Now we can add something else. So let's add an image. So you just browse to where the files that you want to add. You can put this map here, and then you just click. So this is the appearance of the image, and you can change the appearance if you want it to float to the right or to the left, or if it's small. Yeah, And then under the settings button, you can click if you want to allow the readers to expand the image, and you can put the alternative text there. So something else, you can also add you can add a video, or if you have many images, you can just add it as a gallery, and you can add an audio. You can embed something like a graph or a chart, and you can add a swipe. So if you have many things, you can just swipe. You can also add a timeline to illustrate a series of events. Now let's start by let me show you how to add a slideshow. So if you want to create something like a presentation, you can add a slideshow. So here you'll have minimal text. For example, we can say map of carbon, and then we can add our media here, so image or a video or a map. So you just browse your files, and let's add this one here. Just click on add, and just wait for it to load. So that's it, but you can see we cannot see all the sides of the map due to its size, so we can just change that in the settings. So here, let's say fit not to crop, so we can visualize the whole image, and then you just click on save. So that's how it is. But if you have an image that can fit well, you can just leave it that way. And of course, you can add a caption for an image. For example, this we can say carbon sinks. So that's it. You can also add another slide, which can be, maybe we can have another image. Can add this image. Sorry, I think I've added another thing to the story, not to the slide. So when you want to add something else to the slideshow, you click on this button here, so that will bring it to the slideshow. Now if I click on add media, and I add my image, and I browse my files and add the image, you'll see how it's going to look like. So you see here we have a second slide. This is what I wanted to show. So that's it. Now you see I have 2 slides now, and this is add this as another object. So to move on with our story, we can also add maps. So you just click on a map, and this shows me the maps that I have currently. Like this Kenya map here is the one that we created in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. So if you are adding the map that you already have, you can use this, or you can create a new express map. So if you add the map that you already have, you just click on it, and it's going to load the map. So this is the map that we created in my previous video. This map is not related to carbon stuff, but I'm just showing you how to do it when you want to add a map to your story map. So this is how it looks like. If you want to edit anything, you can just go to settings. Maybe you can turn on the legend, and when you expand it, it will be like that. or you can turn it off if you don't want it. But if you're okay with everything here, you just click on place map, and it's going to place the map in our story map. So that's how it looks like. Now let's try adding an express map. So this is a map that's just we are going to generate it right here. So it's loading the base map. So here let's zoom into Kenya, and let's just draw anything really. We can draw a polygon. You click on this button here. Let's choose this. So let's say you can draw this. And you can add an annotation if you want to. This is for line. If you want to draw something like a river or a road, you can do that. And let's give this a name. Since it's just a trail, let's just call it a trail. And you can change the color if you want to. Yeah, we'll just say done, and that's it. So if you're doing something like digitizing or anything, if you want to manually draw your stuff, you can do it using an express map. And you can change the base map. If you're not okay with this canvas dark, you can just click on select, and we can change it to maybe this imagery here. So you can see now we have a different base map, and this looks way better. Now you just click on done. So this is how our map looks like. Now you can see it's telling us we should add headings to our story. So when we click on this, when you add text, you can define it if you want it to be a heading, subheading, a paragraph, if you want it to be a list or a quote. So let's add a heading. We can say carbon emission, and this is going to appear in every single page in our story map. So that's it. For a slideshow here, when you click on this, where is it? Sorry, no. Okay, something else that we can add to our story map is we can add a sidecar. So it can be either a floating panel or a docked. Docked means that the text is going to be attached. It's going to be specifically on one side, like either left or right. But for the floating, the text is going to be directly above the image. So we just add it, and we add our image. You can add an image or a map, an embed or a swipe, anything really. So let's add an image. So we can have this on here, and we click on add. So here we can just see again carbon map. So you can see we have the image on the back and this text is right above it, and you can add as many text you want, something like that. You see when you move up it scrolls like that. And what I was trying to show was here when you click on these three dots you can change the layout if you want to change it to the docked panel. So you can make it to be a docked one. So this is how it's going to look like. So the text will be on the left side, and these buttons here you can switch. You can, okay, this one increases the width of the text, and you can switch so the text goes to the right hand. So that's it. There is also a map tour. You can add a map tour. So you can start from scratch, or you can upload a photo, or you can use a feature service. So let's try uploading a photo. Let's just use the photos that we've been using. Let's say create tour. Now it's creating a map tour. So here you can choose which type of layout it's going to be, if it's a guided one or if it's an explorer one. So for guided, readers can scroll through the list of places that you have in the order, and for the explorer the difference is that the readers can read in whatever order they want to do it. So let's just click on next. Can be map focused or media focused. Since we don't have a map, we can just make it map focused. So you just click on done. So here we can see the image, we can see our description, and we can see the map. And of course when you come to the map, you can go to the settings. We can again change the base map. Maybe let's check that one. So that's how our base map looks like. And yeah, that's it. Let's click on done. So if you have a map, it will be really nice because you can show the different, if you have like a map that shows some points, you can create a map tour for the different points so that it guides someone on the location of the different points. And you can put your description here. So from the first object, it shows your description to the last object that you have. So I think I've shown everything that you can add to your story map. If you have a video, you can add, you click on the video, and if you have a link to the video you can add it, or if you want to upload it from your files you can do that as well. So it totally depends with what you want to add in your story map. How do you want to tell your story map? Everything that you have, you can add buttons. So that's it really. That's how you create a story map. So after you're done, you can check out the preview. So let's see the preview of our story map. Now the preview can be like on a phone or on a desktop, and now we're just seeing on a full screen. So this is how our first page looks like, and then when you scroll we have this image, we have this map, and here remember we had created something like a slideshow. So we click on this button here it will take you to the next slide. You come down here to this image, then to the map that we had, and here you can click to have the legend to be open, and you can also close it. And then here is our express map, which we just basically drew this polygon here. Scrolling down, we have the carbon map, which was a sidecar, and then here we have our map tour. So that's really it. That's how our story map is. So you just click on this button here to close the preview, and now we are ready to publish our story map. So we just click on publish, and here we can decide if you want our story map to be private, or if it can be shared to people in your organization, or if you can share it with the public. So after that, you just click on publish story. So it's going to check if my story has some issues. After that, it's going to publish it. So now you see my story has been published, and this is how it looks like. Now if you want to share your story, here with this for these three dots, you can go back to editing your story, or you can turn the autoplay on so that it will show you the story. It will play the story. So when we go back to our content here, we should be able to see our story map. So here is our story map. So here I can update the sharing details if I wanted to share it to the organization or everyone in the public. So for example, if I want to share it to the public, and I can just click on that and click on save, and you will see that the icon is going to change here. So that's it. That's the end of my tutorial on how to create a story map. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.